So in this video, I'm going to talk to you about the very important concept of fear and failure. So these are two elements that are really determinant that you need to master to be able to be successful as an entrepreneur. So a few key points to remember. So Elon Musk said once, I never said that failure wasn't an option. So if you go in the Silicon Valley, they're really okay with failing. Why? Because it is completely understood that when you launch a startup, it is super complicated. There's a lot of risk. So failure is going to happen. It's part of the innovation process. And there's many examples, of how even failure led to massive innovation. And we're going to cover this in a few. Fear avoids from failing. So if you have the fear of failure, you're not going to try things, that's going to take, make things take a big step forward, right? Because you're going to be fearful that, you're going to fail. So you mustn't fear, failure, because failure is good. Failure gives you learnings. You're going to learn when you fail. The key is to celebrate successes, yes, but also learn from failures. So, and it's not really even failure, okay? When you launch a startup, it's an iterative process of micro failures, if you will, and you call this pivoting. So you try something, test it, doesn't work, pivot, change, make progress. In marketing, we use this also. It's the A/B testing, right? You change, you try a certain marketing program, target some people, to see if they're gonna buy or they're gonna click or like or whatever. And if it doesn't work, you change slightly the audience, you change slightly the content, you pivot, right? And you pivot until it works. So you should have no shame of having failed. So another thing, if you go to the Silicon Valley and you say, hey, I've never failed, I'm the best entrepreneur and I will never fail because I'm the best and everyone else is not as good as me. People are gonna laugh, people are not gonna take you seriously. And when I was there, actually, I talked to Bernard Kress, a serial entrepreneur, and I explained, my failure stories, with some of the project startups I was working with. And he said, be proud of those, because you learn. And then, he told me that in the Silicon Valley, if you go to an investor and you tell them you've never failed, well, you'll never get funded by them because they'll know that you're probably going to fail with their money. So actually, investors will prefer entrepreneurs that have failed several times and have matured, and gained experiences and learnings to fund them. So don't have any shame of saying that you have failed. In entrepreneurship, it happens all the time. And then in the Silicon Valley, as an example again, just recently, Elon Musk, recently, like few months, ago, one of his, shuttle that, exploded in the valley, right? It's a lab, right? In labs, things in the Silicon Valley is a lab. It's an innovation lab, and things in labs, they explode sometimes, right? Things happen. So move fast, break things. The key is to move really fast, because the problem is you're gonna fail. So you want to fail super fast. That's why I call this a micro, iterative process of micro failure, where you move really fast to be able to achieve what you want to achieve, which is success. But it's going to take failure before you achieve success.